Orty Rider says, even though the concept of diesel is cool, it is 25% pre-mined by the oil and Alkanes team for the VC investors to cash in on. So if you go through the documentation, there's kind of an explanation of the tokenomics. And total supply 1.562 million. And so there's some like discrepancies that we found here that isn't quite clear, because you produce diesel per block, but yet there's a total supply.
Yeah, it doesn't match with like how many blocks are going to be produced by 2140, right? It says here it follows the same halving schedule as Bitcoin, but really it's the subsidy schedule. So yeah, it's a little confusing, like how it's worded. I was assuming like there's as Bitcoin halves, there's like a reduction in supply.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like that's the case.
I don't think that's the case.
It says diesel goes live at block 880,000, which was essentially 13,000 blocks ago.
Okay.
And so at this point, the Alkanes indexer will start looking for protocol messages, including transactions calling the diesel contract. So remember, 880,000, but there's a jumpstart, they say.
Yeah.
That really, it actually started at 800,000.
Yeah, very arbitrary.
Yeah. So instead of letting those blocks be minted retroactively, we do a one-time allocation of roughly 28% of the total diesel supply at block 880,000. I'm assuming that this is the team allocation.
Well, it literally says in the next line, it's earmarked for the team.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
It's a team supply. So that's the question, right? Like ethos alignment, Bitcoin degens, they're typically very like resistant against like, team and VC allocations.
Right.
But there's some trade-offs to that, right? Like Nat doesn't have any of this, no pre-mine, whatever. This thing was naturally distributed as the Nats existed within the packaging of the blocks.
Correct.
And everybody had access to that, and it's perpetually being produced, now emitted to miners, right? So, there is no team supply. So the trade-off to that is it's fair and freely distributed, so that's good. Ethos alignment. It's organic, all that stuff, but it's not compatible with how the industry of crypto works, right? Meaning you can't go hand deliver these to exchanges.
Correct.
So that they can, bring in more liquidity for the token itself.
Yeah. So it makes it significantly much more complicated and difficult to get that token listed, because they need liquidity